God, I don't even know if I want to cover the Rybacks stuff. That took 20 years off my fucking life. Jesus.
We're not here to knock anyone.
No, but I was beat up and I was torn up, and then John Cena got hurt, and they were like, "Oh, well, how do you feel about this guy? You know, I mean, he's definitely not ready, but you know, you can carry him if you want." And I was like, "Yeah, okay, great." So that took 20 years off my life,
right?
Because
add up, so you're already beat up. I'm
already beat up, and then I have to wrestle steroid guy, and he's very. I call it like I see it. He's very hurty. Sometimes deliberate. Sometimes deliberate.
Hurty.
You know, I mean, there was one time he kicked me in the stomach as hard as he could, and he broke my ribs right at the tail end. You know, and like that. You know, I never got an apology for that. He was something else. Real piece of work. That guy.
I can tell already. Like
Curtis Axel to try to fucking elevate him because Triple H did such an awesome job at doing it, even though he promised him he was going to. That's the bitter part of me fucking creeping out, ladies and gentlemen. So,
but it's bitterness out of wanting to see young guys who deserve it being elevated.
So I acquiesce. I say,
great word.
All right, I'll work Ryback. And I go up to Ryan and I go, "Hey man, clean slate. Let's fucking kill this. Let's fucking show them, you know, that you're better than they think you are. Let's show them that I'm better than they think I am, and let's fucking, you know, let's turn this mid card shit into a fucking main event." Yeah, I'm really excited. Great, blah blah blah. First night out, gorilla press through a table, fucking misses the table, dumps me on the concrete fucking ground, tilts my fucking pelvis. Fucks me up for weeks.
So let's add we're adding physical fuck
Everyone, well, I'm compensating because my knee is still fucked.
Right.
Both my knees. You know what I mean? The one that just had surgery 6 months ago, and the one that was fucking torn up, and I refused to have surgery on. I just wanted to rehab it, which I did. And then like now it's at the point where I walk up to him and I go, "You can't tell me you didn't do that on purpose because you've done it so many times now. You either tell me right now you're dumb as fuck and you suck, or you did it on purpose." And he was like, "I'm dumb as fuck. I'm sorry." And like, there's nothing at that point, like there was nothing I could do. In my mind, there was like, well, great, I'm fucked. There's nothing I can do. So I work him. It hurts. I had a tag match. It might have been me and
Punk and Colt Cabana had like a little conversation on Colt Cabana's podcast that he went on and told like this long, elaborate story of why he was let go from WWE, and your name came up quite a few times. And
a few times.
There was some unsavory stuff he said about you and about kind of how rough you were with him and stuff like that. And I just saw recently you went back on Twitter and kind of fired back at him, saying a lot of that was untrue.
A little harmless fire back never hurts.
But
a sissy. He was complaining about how rough he was.
That's true. That actually was true. That he said that he was kind of
I don't want to harp on this, but I will say the comments that he made were not accurate about me. Definitely. It's a little disappointing to hear that. He was never like that to my face, and to hear the things that he said, especially behind my back to Vince. It's very disturbing to me. Things did not go ideal for me after that time period that we had wrestled, and I stuck around. I hung out. I showed up day in, day out. I did my job and turned things around. He goes on record saying, "Yeah, I broke his ribs on purpose and this and that." That's not true. And if it was, if he says that happened, he never did anything about it. If he's this big, bad, tough guy. But it never happened. And you've got a roster full of WWE talent that knows the real Ryback, and everyone knows the truth. And what he said is not the truth. And I wish him the best, and I would like to think he would be thankful for everything that he has in WWE. And I was the one that, for lack of a better word, put him over time and time again. And then he walked out and left, and he was beaten up. He had his issues. I don't think anyone's going to question walking away being beaten up. But I think, and people say, what does he have to lose by saying what he does? I think he's making excuses and he wants people to feel sorry for him for leaving. He walked away and left, and just man up. You needed time off. We all get beat up. We all work hurt. I was hurt for 7 months before I needed to get surgery. And I say at the end of the day, be thankful for everything you have from WWE. When they need a job, there's good and bads, good and bad. And focus on the good. Don't be bitter, because who knows what's going to happen down the line. But I wish him the best, and I don't want to sit there and get into a war of words. It's not going to do good for anybody. And hopefully we'll see him down the line.
And just to kind of throw this in, I mean, let's be real here. This is professional wrestling. A lot of people listening to this might think that this is a work or whatever.
Yeah.
Or this is the real thing. These are two guys who have different opinions on what happened.
And if I was as big, bad, and rough, and for what he's saying in the ring, and I beat him up so badly that he took 20 years off his career. Do you think that WWE would have me in the ring with guys like John Cena and Dolph Ziggler and other top WWE talents? No, I wouldn't be here. I would be gone. And we have a roster full of guys that know the truth. He said what he said, and I respect his opinion to say what he wants to say, but it's not true. And I know some people are going to believe him, some people aren't. But, in a few weeks it's going to be irrelevant, and I'm going to be with the WWE moving forward.